Hello, this is Dennis McDonald with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can get us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com. I'm going to show you today a customer's telephone. This is an ATT, and I want to show you the model number. It's a QCP-31, and this is a very elaborate telephone. And this is the initial checkout. We've been through this phone a little bit and we know what's going on with it. But as you can see on the back here, there's all types of microphone plug-ins, power plug-ins, internal speaker on and off, mic internal off and on. Here's a microphone plug-in. Here's a speakerphone or speaker plug-in, a line plug-in, another line out, and so basically it's a very elaborate telephone. It's more of a business professional type telephone when you're having a kind of a conference type situation going on where everybody in the room wants to be able to hear or speak, and they have all these microphone plug-ins for it. It's a little older telephone, but it's a really nice telephone, and it's a professional type commercial phone. And as you can see, the circuitry to it is really elaborate, and there's no schematics to stuff like this. So when you're working on telephones, you basically you have to track down your circuit. And the customer complained to this telephone that when you would turn on the speakerphone, and I want to show you the back of this cover here. The internal speaker is right here, along with the ribbon cable for the keyboard and the keyboard. And so basically when the customer would turn on the speakerphone, and he uses that option a lot, you would hear nothing out of the speaker. So we have to go in and start troubleshooting everything on the board that has something to do with the speaker, and then some, for the speakerphone. And so basically we tracked everything down, and here's some chips here that are amplifier chips. Here's one. Here's another amplifier IC. Another amplifier IC. The speakerphone is also, the circuitry is tied into some of these chips here on this other board that's plugged in by a ribbon cable. So it's a very elaborate circuitry. And we found that one of the processors was locked up, and we were able to get the chip unlocked, but it has been slightly damaged. And so what we're going to have to do now is, when we got the speakerphone to work after we got this chip unlocked, basically we had, when you would hit the speakerphone on, and you would have the handset up, there's not supposed to be any feedback or bleed over out of the speakerphone speaker here, located here. And so what it's going to come down to is we had to go into the circuitry, and we're going to take a little switch that, when the handset is down in the cradle and hits the hook switch, we're going to have this switch on there to break the voltage that's a little bit of a bleed over voltage to the speakerphone speaker. And so that's a switch that we're going to be installing, and I'll show you that in a later video. But we're going to have to do that right in this area here where you see the hook switch. So when the hook switch gets pressed and the handset is down in, it's going to be a switch that works in conjunction with this hook switch. And basically when the hook switch is in the up position where the handset is out of the cradle, then what will happen is this switch will turn the speakerphone speaker off. And then when you put the handset back down into the cradle, what will happen is then the speakerphone speaker will be reactivated and it'll work like normal. So it's a pretty long drawn out process, and there was a lot of troubleshooting involved with this telephone, just for the simple fact that it's got so much circuitry to it, and it's very elaborate. And as you can see here, anyone that knows just a little bit about electronics can tell that that it's loaded with parts here. And here's a button for microphone off and on. You can even turn your internal microphone off and on in the front. You can auto answer here, and then here's your speakerphone. And then your slide control for your volume for your inside speaker for your speakerphone. So it's a really nice telephone, but it had that problem, and I suspect that the phone got surged, and the customer says he remembers that there was some lightning at his home in around the same time that this phone stopped working. So I suspect it took a surge, and that would coincide with what we found on the board. You know, these chips can get locked up sometimes when you surge them, and basically that's what we found. And we were lucky, and we were able to get the chip unlocked. So that was a plus. So we're going to do another video on this telephone a little later on about repairing it and adding our little switch that we need to put in there, and helping the circuitry out a little bit. I doubt you would ever find parts for a telephone like this. If you did, they'd probably want a few bucks for it. And in order to keep the cost down for the customer, you don't want to be going out and spending a ton of money on parts, and you don't even know if they're any good when you buy them, because this has been out of production for a long time. So basically, this shows you a little bit about what a professional conference type speakerphone looks like. And it's an AT&T, and it is a model number QCP-31. And it was a really expensive phone, as you can see, in its day. So we're going to try to get this speakerphone taken care of and repaired for the customer. And we'll do another video on this telephone as soon as we get some things worked out with it. Thank you for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it. This is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can get us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.